95.5 WFMS. Good morning. It's Jim, Deb, and Kevin. I haven't seen you guys since last summer.
What?
Yeah, when I last saw you, it was summer. It was in the 80s.
I see what you meant. Yeah, I'm going.
Like, what are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no kidding.
It was just beautiful shorts weather. And,
It was a little different.
Yeah.
Oh.
So did you have a good summer?
Yeah, it went by fast.
It really does, doesn't it?
Although it's
Fall's
back again
back.
on Thursday.
It is back again on Thursday.
It's like 80 or something.
Yeah, that was
Wednesday
crazy
and Thursday.
weather, wasn't it? Did you end up? You talked about maybe going out and at least
I did
hitting a few golf balls.
Saturday. I just went to the range because it's just so pretty out, and just to get outside.
And now you put them away for the winter.
And then
That's it.
yesterday I went to go pick up dinner, and I put my winter coat on. It was so cold.
Oh, man, I tell you.
So chilly.
And it's still right now 38 degrees.
I
There
know.
you
The
go.
high today was only, in the 40s?
Yep, mid-40s.
Oh, woo, balmy.
Those hazy, crazy, hazy days.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Thanks so much for joining us on this cold wintry morning.
It is not
95.5 WFMS. 95.5 WFMS. Jim, Deb, and Kevin. How about a little good news, huh?
All right. A woman in England was known to grow vegetables and give them to people in need. She's fed over 1,600 people in the last couple of years.
Goodness.
But last week, someone poured salt all over her garden, and it just killed the crops.
Oh,
ruined
why
the
would somebody
soil.
do that?
Out of meanness, they
Ridiculous.
said. Ruined the soil, and she couldn't grow anything. Well, here's the good news. People saw a video about this, started a GoFundMe page, and within a week, they raised over $250,000 for her to build a bigger, better garden and continue feeding those people in need. How about that?
That is good news there.
Love that. And passengers at Oakland International Airport in California paid tribute to a 100-year-old World War II vet the other day. A Southwest employee made it all happen. He got everybody together at that terminal at that airport, and they sang God Bless America to him.
God bless America, my home sweet home. One more time. God bless America, my home sweet home.
100 years old.
How about that?
World War II vet was serenaded at the airport.
I
That
bet
is
he had
pretty
some
cool.
tears.
I bet he did.
so. A lot of folks did, absolutely.
Sure.
95.5 WFMS, a Monday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Amazon making some changes here, maybe?
Yeah,
or?
a few changes. And I think we all agree we love Amazon because you can return stuff for free.
Yeah.
And then they made it even easier because now I can just walk in and drop the bag and I don't even have to have a box and be like, return this for me. You know what I mean? We're so lazy,
It's
right?
no charge, of
Right.
course.
Well, now they say there is going to be a return fee for some items, so don't freak out just yet.
Okay.
I went ahead and read the fine print. I think that's in our contract. Read the fine print, share it with
okay.
listeners.
Okay.
It says there will still be a free option, and here's how it works. This is a statement actually from Amazon, and that is if a customer would prefer to return their item at a UPS store, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if there's a free option closer to your delivery address, a Whole Foods, a Kohl's, a couple of those other places that you'll take stuff to, then if there's a free option closer, but you still want to choose UPS, then they're going to give you a small fee of $1.
Okay.
And the reason is they say everybody's shopping online now. And so the more people that shop online, the more returns there are.
Right.
And those returns do cost somebody something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
And so when you use UPS, it's going to cost you $1 only if there's a free option closer. So in my case, there's a Whole Foods closer to me than the UPS. And I do use the Whole Foods. I walk right in and I get my groceries after I
It
return
just seems
my
weird
stuff.
going in with clothes and then
It does seem weird.
grocery shopping.
I
Now,
took an evening gown in there one time.
it's funny
you
you
know?
say this because we were talking to some friends of ours the other day. We had a big event over the weekend, and he said his wife ordered like 3 dresses to wear to the event,
Yeah.
knowing that she's only going to wear one, and she used it kind of like it showed up. She tried on, didn't like it. She's taking the other 2
It
back.
was free to return.
Free to return, yeah.
Sure. So as long as you're using one of the free options and you want,
Okay.
but then again, even if you're not, if you prefer UPS for whatever reason,
It's a buck.
It's
$1
$1.
not bad. You got to figure they've got to repack it a lot of times.
Yeah,
right?
it's $1, no big deal. Because I'll tell you, when I go and purchase something online somewhere else, and it'll say like $8.99 shipping, I'm almost offended. I'm like, what? Amazon doesn't do that.
dare you.
That is
Dave,
ridiculous, inappropriate.
I do feel weird going to Kohl's too with something I didn't buy from Kohl's.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Well, the reason I don't go to
It's-
Kohl's is they're located in the back of the store, and I'm not walking that
It's like,
far.
Oh, my.
it's like
Yes.
dating a girl who owns a restaurant and then taking another girl to that same restaurant that the girl owns.
Wow.
I mean, it just seems a little weird.
95.5 WFMS with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. And, of course, it's a Monday. That means you're making your plans for the week to try to stay ahead of everything with your menus.
Yes.
And that's
Yeah.
why Deb's got your one-pot meal.
And this one is only 4 ingredients. One of the ingredients is water, so I don't count that. So really, I mean, with that, it's 5, but you already have water. And this is easy. It is your cheesy spinach slow cooker tortellini. And it's ready in less than
Now,
an hour.
I do like spinach. I know a lot of people turn their
Yeah, I do
noses up
too,
on this,
yeah.
but this might be a way to introduce spinach to folks who maybe not like it.
It's really not the main ingredient. It looks to me, it
Right.
looks like a garnish in it. Your cheese, so you use a couple of bags of the fresh cheese tortellini, jar of marinara sauce. It's 5 ounces of fresh baby spinach, cup of water, and then a cup of your shredded mozzarella cheese. Literally dump it all in the crock pot and walk away, and it's done in less than an hour.
Really? That didn't take long at all.
Oh, I love it. So
Wow.
then dinner is served.
Real easy. And you know what? You can eat it when you want it.
Like Jim so surprised. Takes less than an hour. Wow.
Less
How long
than
are your
an hour.
meals normally? How long does it normally
Pot
take
stuff
you to-
usually takes several hours, because you slow cook it.
No, I made a salmon over the weekend.
know?
It took 18 minutes.
In a crock pot?
No, not in a crock
That's what I'm
pot.
talking about. You talking about crock pots.
Well, for this particular recipe, I loved earlier. Did you hear his motto? And you can eat it when you want it. Isn't that normally when you eat?
Well, normally you don't have to sit down with everybody. Somebody comes in, their baseball practice or
Yeah.
something. Okay, you can go ahead and eat now.
Okay.
We've already eaten because we were hungry.
We should probably mute his mic
No,
during
he
the
made
one pot
sense.
meal.
No, that actually made sense.
Yeah.
You could do that with any meal,
But
couldn't you?
unfortunately, he had to explain it before it made sense.
Because you put a couple of burgers on the grill, you can't eat them. You come in, is that my burger? Yeah, sorry, it's an hour old there. Go ahead and eat it.
I
Have a
would
good
still,
time.
I would still eat it.
Well, so would I. But I'd eat anything
Let's
at any
go
time.
back to the recipe. The nice thing about this is the tortellini cooks directly in the sauce. So you literally I love that you can, it's called a dump meal, but I hate that
Oh,
word.
yeah.
But you put that in the crock pot and you walk away.
Yep.
And then you eat it when you want it.
When you want it.
When you want it.
See, that's exactly right.
Not before.
You don't have to
No.
sit down with
And not after
everybody.
you
and
want
it's
it.
less than an hour.
Yeah. We already ate, but you go ahead now. You can eat if you want. See what I mean? 95.5 WFMS, a Monday morning. Nothing puts a smile on your face like a little bad joke worth repeating from our friend Kevin.
All right, my bad joke sponsored by Hearing Solutions of Indiana. You've never heard like this before. My son asked me to do his homework for him because he was going to a party. I told him I'm sorry, son, but it just wouldn't be right. He said, well, maybe not, but give it a try anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Homework probably wouldn't be right, but give it a try anyway.
Yeah.
Give it a little try there.
Yeah.
I'll be back-
get
be
some of
back
the answers
later.
right, maybe.
95.5 WFMS, Monday morning. We made the announcement last week of the ACM Awards and some of the nominations. One of the big ones was Hardy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hardy's got 7 ACM nominations. Of course,
Good for
that's
him.
Going to be in May when the
So
show
he's
is down in Texas.
Leading the pack.
He's leading the pack there, so that's
Wow.
pretty good for him. We asked him how he got started.
Honestly, it was the FGL dudes kind of came at me like, dude, you're crazy if you don't go try it.
What a nice stamp
And,
of
yeah,
approval.
I would
Yeah,
say
no
you got
kidding.
some good backing then, yeah.
I was at the time I was just writing songs and I was cool with where I was at, and I just but it was one of those things. I moved to Nashville to do it, to be an artist. Then I signed a publishing deal, and I got away from it because it was fun just writing songs
Sure.
every day. And I don't know, it was timing, and I just knew it was time to try it out. It's one of those things I just didn't want to. I didn't want to look back 20 years from now and say that I didn't take an opportunity, and I'm
Absolutely.
so glad I did.
So, were you class clown when you were younger?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Will your classmates be surprised at your success, or will they say, knew it all along?
I don't know. I think I had the poise or whatever back then, but I didn't do music. I didn't sing or play guitar, really. I did my senior year of high school. I started getting into it. I wrote my first song when I was 18.
Wow.
But yeah, my sister sang, and she was just she's an incredible singer, and so her doing that was kind of like me just like being like, well, that's her thing, I'm gonna do my thing.
Right.
And that was not music for me. That was golf
Right.
and like baseball and just being a stupid kid and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
you
good
know, just
stuff.
being
Being
a
a kid.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I didn't really know that I could sing or anything for a long time.
And then now you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
And
bad.
Pretty cool.
Ain't that
Not
crazy?
bad. Yeah. And he's,
Remember the first time we saw him, though?
yeah.
We didn't know he was
I thought he worked there.
Yeah, he
It's a
had
big
kind
room
of
in a-
an odd outfit on.
Yeah, there's black horner.
And he's just walking around, and the next thing we
So
know,
he just sits down.
sits down with us. We're thinking, okay, why is this
I said, y'all
guy
have the iced
sitting here?
tea. Yeah.
And then it was Hardy. But he didn't have a record deal yet.
No.
He was just getting started out. And a few short years later, he's leading the pack with
I think
ACM
it
nominations.
was maybe after that interview, I think maybe he had a hit song a year later.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we have that interview with that no-namer. You
Yeah.
know? And now he's leading the nominations.
Right.
That's crazy.
So 7 nominations for the ACMs, and that is Hardy. Monday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin on WFMS. Kevin's got your Nash News now, and Lady A hits the road again.
Yeah, details on that in about 30 seconds. Kane Brown got hit in the groin with a cowboy boot while performing last week.
What?
He dropped to the floor in pain, but then recovered and was kind enough to sign the boot and give it back to the idiot that tossed it to him. You don't toss a boot on stage unless the guy's ready for it.
Here's your boot back.
Yeah, no kidding. But he was a good sport about the whole thing.
Ouch.
Brad Paisley is visiting our troops overseas. There's a video of him performing Take Me Home Country Roads in front of the troops in Poland and also in the Ukraine. But those soldiers love to hear
Yes.
some music from home.
Oh, yeah.
Lady A relaunched their tour this past weekend in Nashville. During their first show on Friday, Charles Kelly got a standing ovation for singing As Far As You Could, which is his song saying goodbye. It's kind of an open letter to his goodbye to alcohol. Lady A will be in town this coming Saturday night at Old National Center.
All right.
One of our favorites, Lady A. That's your Nash News now.
95.5 WFMS, a chilly Monday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin.
So I'm going to recommend if you have to go to, or if you want to go to a viewing to pay your respects to a friend who's lost their parent, don't walk in with coworkers. I did. I walked in with 2 female friends here in our office. And, you know, you're kind of catching up in the parking lot as you walk in. And keep in mind, I did not know the lady that had passed. I knew my friend.
Right.
Okay, so we all knew her. I had never met the mother that had passed. And so then there's the guest book. Well, the first coworker signs the guest book, and then I'm the next person to sign the guest book. Usually it's just you write your name.
Yeah.
Right.
But this one had, you know, a couple more details included. You write your name, you write down your address, I'm sure, so they could send you a thank you note or
Sure,
something.
yeah.
And then it said share a memory.
Oh, how?
But I didn't
don't
know
have a
her,
memory.
so I didn't have a memory to share.
Yeah.
But her huge photo was on display there. It was beautiful. It was her. I found out later it was the mother's senior picture.
Oh, yeah.
It was in black and white. She was just gorgeous. My grandma always said, "Wear your lipstick," and she had her lipstick perfectly applied in this photo. So I remember looking over at that, and I thought, well, I'll share that I think her mom's beautiful. You know, that's a great, kind of like a memory.
Sure, yeah.
But I was talking to my friends that you both know.
Oh, so you weren't focused.
So I was a little distracted.
Yeah.
And when I looked down at the paper, I was sharing a story, and then I kind of looked back at the paper, and I had written, "My mom is beautiful."
oh.
And I was so
that's nice.
embarrassed. I looked at my friends. I go, "Oh, I went
Yeah.
to tell her mom is beautiful," and I said, "My mom's beautiful. She's never met my
Did
mother."
that awkward thing we kind of rewrite over
Well,
the...
Did you try to
one
do
of
that?
the- what Laura,
Or just go, and yours is too.
Yeah, that's what I
My
was
mom is
saying. And yours
beautiful,
is
and
too.
No, she doesn't care about my mom. So I looked at Laura and I said, "How do I fix this?" So she grabs the pen and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna make the M." And she starts to write. I said, "No, it has to be in my writing." So I grabbed the pen back and I scribbled out the M a little bit, the MY, and then I made the I stuck
Your.
a your above
Your.
it. Your mom is beautiful, and I handed the pen off like I'm done. I can't even share a somewhat memory.
Nice form, yeah.
Share a memory
My
of the deceased, not of something in general, Deb.
my mom is beautiful.
We
Right.
once went to Branson for a family vacation. Not your memory.
That was a great
I
memory.
didn't mean it. I really thought her mom was beautiful. I
Right.
told her in
And
the
yours
receiving
is
line.
too, you know.
Yeah, but I didn't. I don't know why. I apparently can't tell a
I was
conversation
voted
and
senior
write.
most likely to be on the radio. That's my memory.
You know what? You're a jerk. It could happen to anybody. Innocent mistake.
Innocent mistake.
Right? My
I
mom
love
is
working
beautiful.
with Jim and Kevin.
No, I didn't write
That's a
that.
great memory. Morning, it's Monday with Jim, Deb, and Kevin at 95.5 WFMS.
So there's a superintendent in Florida, and he got word that there is a big Taylor Swift concert coming up on a Thursday, Friday, and a Saturday in Tampa. And he was worried that students will be missing school.
Okay.
So sent out a hilarious letter to students and used a lot of puns from Taylor Swift song titles
Good way to get their attention.
to get their attention
Sure.
and to kind of let them know that there's still a serious consequence if you miss school to attend a Taylor Swift concert. Here's how that letter was written. So for every time there's a song title by Taylor Swift, I'll ring the bell.
Okay.
It says, there's a delicate situation that we must discuss. Are you ready for it? I understand there was a rather big concert taking place in Tampa this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. In my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd be sending a communication saying this. However, this is me trying to be the best superintendent I can without creating any bad blood between myself and our amazing students.
That's funny.
Students, you need to calm down. Under no circumstances will Friday be an excused absence because you're having an enchanted evening under the starlight at Raymond James Stadium. I understand I'm the anti-hero here, and call it what you want, but you're on your own, kid, if you think being a Swiftie is a good excuse for missing important instruction. And you know all too well that you should have said no to attending a Thursday night concert, especially one from an artist who is known for putting on a 3-hour amazing show. And you may think you're out of the woods since it's the fourth quarter, but make no mistake, if you miss an important lesson, you will not be able to shake it off.
There you go.
Your report card could be treacherous because you refuse to stay in class. I know you're not sorry for attending such a gorgeous concert, but I promise you this is not a hoax. Oh my gosh. All you had to do was stay in class. I hope there is not a blank space in your seat on Friday morning. It could be a cruel summer if you prioritize being a Swiftie over being in class because you belong with me in school.
Oh, that is great.
Oh, have a little fun with it, huh?
I hate to say it, but that didn't come out until like a couple of days before the show. They already bought their tickets.
Yeah, that's
so.
true.
They were already calling in sick.
That's a cool superintendent. That's
Yeah. Oh, well.
Nice job.
95.5 WFMS, Monday morning with Jim, Deb, and Kevin. Deb's got your daily dirt. And what's going on with Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, I heard this and I thought, ooh, that'll be good. We'll share the story here in about 30 seconds. But first, Ryan Seacrest said goodbye to Live with Kelly and Ryan for the last time on Friday. And Kelly's husband, Mark Consuelos, will now take over as a co-host starting today, as a matter of fact. They have good chemistry. They've been married for quite some time. A lot of people didn't seem to embrace the whole husband idea. And then a lot of people on, of course, social media where you hide behind your screen are critical of the fact that she's had so many co-hosts.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. Regis.
Yeah.
That's right.
Michael Strahan.
Mm-hmm.
Seacrest. Is there anybody else?
I thought we're missing one.
We might be.
Maybe so. But anyways.
But her husband Mark's done it multiple times too.
Well,
Jeff Gordon?
Who?
Jeff Gordon did it.
Well, I mean, maybe
just
sub,
fill in. That's just fill in. We're actually the name.
But what they're implying
okay,
online
thank you,
is that
Jim.
she's difficult to work with.
Right,
And
I see, yeah.
and I haven't heard that, but because it just, I think when Ryan's leaving, saying that they're the best of friends.
Yeah.
He said it's just taking a toll on him, and he's tired.
Best of friends, you just can't work with you.
No, that's not true.
I know. I'm kidding.
All right, Kelly Clarkson's new album Chemistry will include a guest appearance by Steve Martin.
Oh, really?
I think that'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was excited to hear that. It's coming out in June, so
He's
we'll
a
be
good
watching
banjo
for
player.
that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We still don't know what exactly happened to Jamie Foxx. He's been hospitalized. A source says he's, quote, steadily improving, but it was very serious.
Wow.
In fact, they said it was quite an emergency medical condition. So,
Really?
yeah, no details yet. 8:24, and that's Deb's Daily Dirt. It's sponsored by Mark Dealer Realty.